Feminism, a word that sparks passion, controversy, and sometimes misunderstanding. But what does it really mean? Feminism is about respect, equity, and the recognition of women as human beings with agency and rights. Yet, in recent years, a dangerous narrative has emerged, a form of man hating cloaked in feminism. This is not feminism, it's distortion. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. So this is the episode 2 of a series I started last year. I was not that consistent with you, but hopefully this year I'll do better. So we're going to be addressing a very critical issue, which is feminism and man hating. The misconception that man hating equates to feminism is not just wrong, but it is dangerous to the movement that has always been about fairness and equality. Now, let us unpack this whole narrative of man hating and feminism, looking at its roots and how we can bring back feminism to what it originally is. Feminism has always been about one thing: equality. Historically, the movement has been about seeing women as equals and not as a form of subhumans. The movement that fought for the right of women to vote, the right of equal pay, and the likes. Now, there has been this emergence of a new form of feminism, which is usually on the internet space, particularly X, formerly known as Twitter. And this new form of feminism is known as man haters or man hating. And these people outrightly represent themselves as man haters under feminism. Some of them call themselves wicked feminists and the likes. This is totally different from what feminism is all about, because feminism is not about superiority or a umbrella to seek vengeance or to cause dangers and chaos. Rather, it is a movement of equality. Social media, some women have used the feminist umbrella to push agendas of hate and blame, and this is totally different from what the movement is particularly all about. This movement not only distorts feminism goals, but it also fuels toxic gender wars that are baseless and groundless, right? Let's be clear on one thing, that anger towards personal experiences doesn't equate to feminism. Feminism seeks systemic change rather than a movement for revenge and the likes. Take, for example, the feminist group that was found some time ago on X, known as Feminist Witches. The name alone is absurd. So, the conversations in the WhatsApp group were on the terrible things that some women had done to men and were planning to do to men, and also, words of encouragement of on doing more terrible things to men. And this man had shared screenshots of these conversations on X, and that sparked an uproar. It happened some time ago. Now, when I heard of this news, I thought that if that group had really been doing what feminism is all about, was really following the whole movement, that young man, whether he had ulterior motives or not, would have maybe learnt one or two things. And when he shares it to X, there is going to be a totally different conversation of, oh, maybe this is what the movement is actually all about, and spark more productive conversations rather than this conversation now being used as a tool against other feminists. Now, to identify yourself as a feminist is a very risky thing in present day time, right? It's already risky before, but now it's worse because feminism already comes with a misconception, apprehension, basically, from many men and some women who have, internalized misogyny or what have you. And you already see feminists as hateful, vengeful, strong willed kind of individuals who are, arrogant, that's the word. So now when they see people who hide under the umbrella of feminism portraying themselves as man haters who are ready and willing and have sometimes done terrible things to hurt men, when you tell people that you are a feminist, that you identify as a feminist, they can easily draw your attention to those women and liken you to those women because you are all under the same umbrella per se. So when you say I'm a feminist, say, wow, so you hate men. Look at what your fellow feminists did. Right? So these people are not just wrong about the movement, they are giving harms to people who already hate the movement, thereby slowing it down further. And also, another interesting conversation that happened during the whole saga of Equatorial Guinea, where a political figure had had multiple sexual relationship with many women. It fueled some gender wars of, oh, men are inherently unfaithful, and these women were mainly women of wives of high political leaders, so political leaders with high status, and they said, oh, no matter how well you take care of your wife and the rest, she's also going to cheat on you. Rather than looking at it from the lens of moral decadence in the society, it was channeled into gender wars. Now, conversations like this are very hard to engage in because it's not heading anywhere sometimes. Now, the wicked feminists would then feel things, and the people who already hate women would then say things, and it just becomes a very terrible experience. So feminism is not all about hate or wanting to prove that, oh, this gender is better than this, and when we see a wrongdoing of this gender, man or male, we automatically say, you can see how terrible they are, we are better than them. That's not the whole movement. It's just we are people, don't treat us as less. That is why I also wrote, because this whole video is from a write-up I had written on this topic, man hate is not feminism. I had also written another, which is women are not subhumans. Now, the whole idea of feminism is, for me, on one particular thing, respect. Now, I really appreciate the term respect because I see respect in three dimensions majorly. The first one being respect for oneself, which is self-respect, the way you carry yourself, the way you behave, the way you portray yourself, right? The second would be respect for others, the way you interact with people, the way you treat them, basically. And then the third is going to be the Nigerian respect yourself, which usually comes forth as a form of warning. Respect yourself, we don't try that rubbish, right? So respect is a very interesting topic for me. So when I want to look at certain issues, I usually try to look at them from angles of things I already understand, right? So for me, feminism is just a concept of respect. If you respect yourself, you respect the other person, there would be more cordial relationships and conversations, right? So when you see a woman, you don't see her as somebody that is sub, you don't see her as somebody that is partially a human, rather you see her as somebody that is a full human being with choice, agency, and the likes. Mario Scher put it in simple words where she said that feminism is the radical notion that women are people. Now, that may sound weird to you if you already see women as people, but there are some set of human beings, I promise you, a lot of them on earth roaming the streets who don't think women are people. Now, you may say, I don't think so. Let me explain to you how they don't think women are people. And if you fall under this category, you need to rethink your actions and your thoughts. So there's been, not of recent, but male podcast on alpha males and the rest, get back, hustle hard, forget the bitches, yada yada yada. And I don't really care about the motivation they are giving men to hustle hard. Everybody please hustle, make a name for yourself, be something. But then they give a catch. When you hustle hard, when you get the money, when you've gotten the bag, bitches are going to come with you. You're going to be able to buy the latest car. You're going to be able to live in the best house. You're going to be able to have all the bitches, all the women, right? And now they're telling you, they're promising you a package. So once you have money, you get this package. And in that package, you have respect. In that package, you have a good reputation, sort of a recognition. In that package, you have the luxury of getting whatever car you want, luxury of living in whatever house you want, to travel at will, and then to have whatever woman you want. Now, women become a part of the package. That's where I find the problem. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't see a lot of women who willingly become a part of this package, who are chasing after men with money. But when the whole idea is on looking at women as a part of a package, the problem comes when these men get this money, try to approach a woman, and the woman is like, I'm not interested. And they're angry. How can this package, something that's part of this package, not want me? I'm supposed to get you when I have the money. So you see rich men approach certain girls and they say, I like you, and the girl's like, I'm not interested. They're furious because you're supposed to come to them when they have this money, this reputation, and the likes. That's where the problem comes. And now someone may want to argue that, oh, but there are girls who sell their body. There are girls who, are part of OnlyFans and the likes. There are also men who are male strippers who are part of OnlyFans and the likes. But we don't make generalizations based off the choices of those men. So why do you then make generalizations based off the choices of these women? Now remember that we are saying feminism is the notion that women are human. And one very common knowledge about humans is that they have choice, free will to choose. Now, if a woman decides to be a prostitute, I'm not praying for people to be prostitutes and all of that, but if she wants to be, you don't make generalization based off her choice and rub it on every other woman, right? If you want to make money, you say make money and run after prostitutes. The same way maybe women will not say make money, run after, I don't know, male prostitutes. But the whole concept is that we are people with agency and choice. And it is this same ideology that comes when there are discussions on and, right? When I've been able to observe these conversations, I try as much as possible not to engage in it as time passed, because those people they're crazy. They're people that say, oh, what was she wearing? They're very crazy. Now, the idea of what was she wearing comes from the idea that women are some sort of object. Now, when I see a watermelon, fresh, juicy watermelon, I don't go and ask this watermelon, can I buy you or can I eat you? I just go there, grab it and eat. It has the same ideology that runs with, you see a lady who is maybe scantily dressed. You don't see her and approach her and be like, hey, fine girl, talk to her. And she says no, you walk away because she's a person. Rather, you go and you enforce the force you have, the strength disparities between male and female, use it to your advantage, and you do something to her. And then you say, well, what was she wearing? And some of them say, well, it's not like I would bounce on any woman or pounce on any woman that's scantily dressed, but what was she wearing that made this guy go and, do this? I find it hard to believe that you, who would defend the actions of a, and would still say that you can hold yourself when you see a lady who is scantily dressed. The realization that, or the fact that even women who are completely dressed, covered from head to toe, would still fall victims of rapists already shows that it is not on what people wear, but it is on the idea that they are objects to release themselves or to relieve themselves of the sexual pressures and all of that. That is what they see women as, tools for release, right? And that is the problem. These are things that feminism should be all about, and not about gender wars and all of that. It is just a notion that women are people. That is it. Simple, plain, easy. So I think it's high time that all of us as a society work towards addressing these issues, from the ones you identify as man haters, the people who see women as subhumans, and the likes. And we try to make sure that we make society a better place, because the aim of social movements is to create some form of social change. And our society is not static. Society is dynamic. Society is is constantly changing, and people make up a society. So we have to come together using this movement for what it is originally about and make a change such that the society becomes a way, way better place to live in. Thank you for watching this video. If you really have enjoyed the conversation, please give this video a like. You can share it to somebody you think will really appreciate it, and let's keep the conversations going in the comment section below. Thank you very much for staying on through the video. I love you. See you in the next one. Bye.